as we get into this one. It's going to be a ramp play for FaZe to start off, taking it slow on the T side of Nuke. It's them picking the series. It's one that they have taken over mousesports just days ago in the Pro League, and they're looking to do it again. Nico is cross yard, drawing a distraction, but mousesports is still double set on the ramp. Rops getting tagged down. Woxic does get a kill before he's traded. Frozen's in the corner. There's such a heavy setup here for Mouse. A read on the pistol. Frozen needs to get this kill, and he does, holding on to the bomb and the position. Nico on the flank, but they know it.
Easy peasy. mousesports pick up the first round. Chris J on 1 HP stays alive, and here we go. A bit too much time off of his perch, but that run boost by Rain and company was really what they needed to get past him. Taking out Woxic, however, there's a trade from Frozen. Now this is a bit of a standoff. That should be the end of Frozen. Yeah, he's going to get Molotov'd out by Coltsera.
Oh dear, and Rops as well was out heaven. He didn't realize there was another player in the garage, but the run boost had already gone through. So even though they killed one player there, it's not going to be enough. FaZe have got a great position here, 4-on-2. They're going to drop down the vent. Chris is coming on rotation. He's yet to have a fight in this game. This is going to be his first, and it will be his last, at least for this round. Getting a kill onto Nico before Brokey comes in with the trade, and Karrigan dropping in on the rotate will be finished off by Olof.
Maybe they will be ready for Frozen. In fact, they look more than ready for Frozen. But Nico didn't actually... Oh, there we go. Second time's a charm, but not good enough. Molotov onto Chris J, gonna force him into the prying eyes of the main players. Rain, oh dear, it's a very messy round. This is a very messy round. Oh, Rops is here to clean it all up. There's the round for mousesports. They'll go 4-1 up on the board.
One thing that Nico talked about recently was the Krieger, and one of the points he made about it is for him, at least, as a player with incredible aim, you know, even before the Krieg, you will see him using it, but even before the Krieg, you know, he's incredible. So I feel like this gun's only making things closer, which could sound good, but I feel like isn't good, because it just, you know, I don't know. I preferred Counter-Strike before the Krieg.
Yeah, it's not like anyone's aim has had to get better, right? Like suddenly the tipping point for being like one of those insane players is lower. But we'll revisit this topic another time, because in amongst all of this, FaZe have gotten out in towards this A-bomb site.
Now just a 3-round deficit between the two teams. mousesports on 5, and it looks like FaZe and pressure and Squeaky Door out this round so far. A lot of damage being put there towards the FaZe clan, and it's not going to stop. They'll throw some right on back. Karrigan and Chris J fall. That leads us down to a 4 versus 3. Very low on the side of FaZe clan.
But it looks like these are just going to be exits, surely. No, wait, are they going to go for it this late in the round? They're going to try and get on the bomb. Oh my goodness, Rops is sticking it. They're going to go back. Oh, no! Oh goodness! Oh no, it's all gone wrong. mousesports take a 6th round. Frozen is already lying in wait. Chris J is also rocking the Lil Junior.
Ka-chow. Frozen jiggling on a headshot angle with a scoped-in Krieg. That is just disgusting. Karrigan's going to get back into this position. It was just Molotov by FaZe clan, so they're not going to be ready for it. Although he hangs around in the smoke, and as it fades, he finds Olof coming through the door. It's mousesports with a 5-on-3. FaZe have advanced positioning, but do mousesports realize Woxic's watching for it with the orb? And this is going to be a free kill for him, you would think. He's aiming above, and Rain ducks below. That's a great play. Usually you see players on top of the railings just to, you know, set off the crosshair of your opposition, and Rain does exactly that, but the opposite. Down below, he drops with 2 kills on the A site. No one watching for mousesports. They try to get rid of the bomb, and well, it will get dropped. Rain can put in the numbers. There's a flank up ladder. No one's watching for it. Rops has found a timing, but does he realize there's a player to his left? He does. A little too late. Given a chance against Cold in the 1-on-1, and he's found it. Rops again saving mousesports and the AWP, and a 7th round.
And I, for one, am excited. I feel like mousesports have even more to show us before all is said and done. Brokey over here towards outside gets tagged there on the cross. He actually gets finished off by Frozen. That's so unfortunate. FaZe, they just feel like they can't catch a break at this point. And so they know that there was just a player in the hut. Now worming their way towards outside. That Molotov doesn't go off because it gets extinguished by the smoke. Frozen's going to try and go through. He's playing around these smokes and does deliver one. It's still the man advantage right now for Mouse, and just about Woxic's able to get away. There's the kill, and oh my word, it's a mousesports round again, 11-2.
Oh, he sees a barrel. He's going to get the drop on him. Olof gone, and Karrigan will just duck and dive out of the lobby into the safety of the A site.
Yeah, really, they can't even afford to let Karrigan get like a one and done. in this kind of spot. Now, with that flash going in, they know that he's here, but Mouse, they've got the read. They've rotated 2 players down into this B site already. Chris J's spamming from ramp, and that's got the attention of everyone from FaZe, and Rops is just allowed to work his magic over here on the rafters. He does get shut down by coldzera, but still so many bodies left to find, and it doesn't happen.
That's how they've been winning these rounds on the CT side, absolutely tearing through FaZe Clan, and the Krieg's given over. Well, that's got to be regretted. Well, there are even going to be Kriegs in this map. Is it going to be long enough to see those rifle rounds come through as mousesports look to make it a quick affair? Karrigan out the door in the face of FaZe, but he won't find a kill. He's going to be backing off behind the smoke and stalling out while his team group towards ramp. Only one man here. Olof has to hold his own. Karrigan's lost his life on the A site, and Olof drops down B, but Chris will chase him. mousesports attempting to take lower in this pistol round. They are going to walk into a heavy setup. Rain and Olof on a crossfire. The shot's not connecting, though. Ooh, finally, Rain warming into things. We know he's good on these pistols, but think back for the time being, and Olof can't find an angle either. mousesports are getting flanked. This is falling apart. It's down to Frozen and Rops to be the heroes of this round.
Decon. Wherever Mouse try and find their answer to this problem, they're going to experience heavy resistance with trade potential around every corner. And so now Frozen, all alone, while he does get that first kill onto Olof, it's not much in the way of making this round possible. He's going to go back up through the ramp and look for an avenue. Checks that the back line's clear, and it is. FaZe are not budging. This is a lot of restraint from the FaZe clan side. Eventually, they might have to consider that he goes up to A. So we see Brokey heading up through the vent. Nico now spots him on the B site, and that's where the peak from Rain and Decon does come in.
But this is it. This is the moment of truth, Harry. First rifle round for mousesports. They don't have a lot of utility, only a few smokes, and they will all go out outside early on to allow for this cross. Now, Frozen's been mollied off, can't commit to it, but he's getting tagged down to 30. Grenade will follow, will be avoided. Karrigan will not avoid the bullets, though, getting tagged by the scout as well down low. Good start for FaZe, as they have received no damage and only painted mousesports thin. Olof spots something. Does he know there's 3 players around that corner, though? Rops is going to swing for the trade, and now mousesports have options open to them. The B site is just around the corner, but they're going to take the bomb back into lobby and leave Rops on a lurk. He's going to come in late on Heaven, as this looks like a top site play, but Brokey does deal with the first man out.
Frozen creeps in and deals with Brokey up in Heaven. That's now a free pathway for Rops. coldzera now giving up his position here as well, and they wait for Rops to come in on this rotation and flush him out. Nico and Rain now in a 2-on-3, and are they even going to give this one a go? The bomb can get planted for Heaven. This means Rops doesn't even have to move. Nico's looking for an angle onto him. And Rops has just dodged that fight entirely, so it might just be the save here for FaZe. You know they're not going to have a lot of utility. They're not going to be able to sustain these gunfights for very long. And so as a result, you know, if you're Mouse, if you're able to bait out the tiny bit of utility that they've got, suddenly you're in a great spot to be in.
Yeah, FaZe are feeling pressure. They feel like they need to make plays to get themselves in a good position. I don't blame them, but right now, them getting aggressive is just feeding the kills to mousesports. And look at the position they're stuck in. Rain is pinched, he's cornered, he's stuck alone, and he will be able to get Frozen, but the man inside of main, Karrigan given an opportunity to take this A site. He's still looking for the fight. The bomb's already been planted for mousesports, and it's all just about putting the final killing blows in. Bomb down B, Brokey's running for the hills, looking to save this AWP.
15-4 now for mousesports. 1 round left is all they need, and FaZe with this buy, is this going to be the round that they're able to pick it up? I don't know.
Well, Olof certainly started off well, drops the bomb and heads down lower, gives mousesports this control. But we've seen in the past, mousesports getting players out ramp is such a threat to FaZe. Rops came in on a lurk up Heaven a few rounds ago. Now this time he's in the A site. mousesports are just going to commit off the back of that kill. It might be the map done at this rate, 4-on-3. Brokey looking to save the day, but the Molotov is at his feet and he's got to smoke it off to stay alive. Olof does double down with his second of the round, but how much is this going to be worth it for FaZe?
Oh, Chris J's even going on this long flank in through ramp. He's going to look to deal with the Heaven player in the form of Brokey. Now, Brokey has been waiting patiently all round long for his teammates to get into main so he can try and tie this play together. But Rops, he locks it in with 3. 4 in total in the round, and Rops lights up the scoreboard to carry mousesports up 1-0 in this series.
Hugo, what do we got?
It's nice to have some mousesports fans, call in from time to time. LMBT still rocking the hat, still rocking the jerseys. But yeah, mousesports, they look good. Brokey, he's had enough. He is on a new map, and he doesn't want no nuke repeat. He's going to take down Rops fast on the inner site as mousesports look to commit to the plant. Nico is here as well. He's hanging around. Woxic does find that kill, and it will open up the chance to plant if FaZe don't get aggressive behind the oil train. They're already starting to set up for this retake, but Woxic has not gone for the plant because Karrigan's on a long wrap round. mousesports trying to stall it out as long as they can so this player can get a kill, but FaZe are impatient. They don't want to wait forever, and they finally will find that flank as well. Karrigan getting picked up. Woxic wants to escape with the bomb. He's not going to commit to the plant. Chris does assist him with some fights, and they're just going to battle their way out of this situation. It isn't going to work versus the USPs, and Brokey gets away with 4.
Anything that FaZe might try, he's going to find himself likely one step ahead. So in this round, mousesports, they get out through Ivy, they take a nade onto Karrigan, and it's a little bit devastating because that sucked the momentum out of this play. It looked like we were going to have the pace start to get picked up by Mouse, and it's going to have to soon. There's 35 seconds left of this round. Nico's ready to go toe-to-toe with Mouse with a deagle here in Ivy's side. coldzera is holding for the smoke push. He gets upgraded onto an AK. Luckily enough, the trade comes in from Frozen, and the bomb is retrieved. But 20 seconds on this clock. mousesports, they do not have time, and they try and push on in. Raindrops Chris J. The bomb still needs to go down, and Frozen's going to try and plug in the numbers, but there's players all around. And even as Rops gets these players on the exit, it's not going to be a round for mousesports. FaZe, they're going to take that 4-0 scoreline. Karrigan over here towards main. That's pretty normal. That's pretty standard. And so he might be looking. I figured he was going to come in initially to make contact to try and pull rotations off, but instead, he's actually just going to peek out, try and get a kill, and rejoin the rest of the gang. Woxic does deke down Olaf, but Brokey keeps this in favor of FaZe Clan. A big D kill in from Rops, but he gets naded into oblivion. This is still doable, though, for mousesports. Brokey up and over and into Frozen. Now leaves Karrigan all alone, and Brokey, does get deked out of the round. Now Karrigan on coldzera, 1v1 to decide which way this round falls. And Karrigan, he's been given a weapon that we know this man can wield, goes back in with the AWP and steals it away for mousesports. Karrigan with a 1v2.
For the side of mousesports, boost here is going to put Woxic up, and Brokey is just too quick. Sarah chimes in on the fun as well. This leaves a bomb drop, and currently all members of mousesports, except for Rops, dropped in this round. 16 HP and nowhere to go. He is cordoned off. Takes a shot, and that's certainly the end of his round. So 5 alive for FaZe Clan.
Obviously, that position could be hard to get into in the early round as a CT, knowing mousesports can fight you on the main cross if they have the spawn, and they do. As they send Karrigan right out and about. Woxic's found a pick onto Brokey in the meantime. Brokey down creates big problems for FaZe Clan. They also don't get in the pop top because of the Molotov, so smoke at the feet of that, and Nico going to double back to the site. Karrigan gets flashed in, Nico blind. Karrigan gets a kill. Trade is there for Cold. He's picked up the AWP from the body of Brokey, and Nico's still here out and about in the yard. Woxic might be able to find him.
But they're not ready for another man on the E-box. Woxic, though, is able to adjust and get that trade. In the meantime, Rops finds himself deep inside of B and is able to mop up Olaf Meister.
What are we seeing from the side of FaZe Clan is in terms of, like breaths of fresh air? Because this is already better than what we saw in Nuke.
Olaf was caught out of position over by Connector, and the whole reason for him not being in that B site in the fashion that he usually is and kind of getting caught adjusting is as a result of the kills. And so Karrigan, this round again, picks up the pace, finds the opener onto Nico.
Cold is now tasked with doing that with his rifle. They could smoke him off.
Yeah, huge thing to note is they just flashed Rain into main. And so coldzera now pulls back as well, denies a pop dog peek and tries to keep an eye on Ivy. He holds for the boost, and Frozen gets thrown into his crosshair. So coldzera on for a double, and you can see he's got the read. With main no longer a factor for FaZe, that frees up these players in the site a hell of a lot, and as a result, coldzera has all this room to move around in. Rops, is he going to be ready for a main player? They haven't seen any indication that this man is here. Rops. Ooh, yeah, he geds pincered between 3, and now it's just Woxic left, put in the grave by Brokey.
Flashes and smokes over the A site. Rob smoke to the pop dog. One man in, only Olaf, so Brokey's going to be here with the AWP once again to support. And Karrigan's got out behind the E-box. Brokey going above into heaven, and Nico pushing the barriers as well. That's actually an auto sniper for Rain. Can you believe it? You don't want to give that weapon over. That's one of the big worries of buying the auto. So that's a worry avoided by FaZe, and it's going to put up every kill in this round, it feels. 2 already. Tag onto Woxic does the job, and Rain has just made this unbelievably easy for FaZe. Frozen's going to try and dig them deep out of it, but oh my god, 3 kills? This could be a 1-on-5 for Frozen.
Olaf coming in from the side of the ladder room.
Oh, double smoke for the retake here for Mouse, and a kit on Karrigan, so FaZe's Molotov may be countered by that. Oh, quick kill. Nice shot from Rain again, showing up on these pistol rounds like he often does. Chris is going to have to fall into the site as FaZe look for fights. They're committing to these engagements. Robs needs to be very careful. Down to 30 health now as the bomb does try and cross. It's actually still up in the halls. Olaf setting up the connector smoke, and now the full rotate coming from mousesports. They even have a flank, but Nico's holding onto the pop dog.
Yeah, Nico's position, he can just sit here all round long. He's got that Molotov, so they very much designed for him to come into this a lot later into the round and try and help out in the post plan. Now, Karrigan does...
What?
How has this happened?
Goodbye.
This was a 5-on-4. This is suddenly gone the way of Mouse, and Brokey's trying to fight back, and he's delivered in spades. Just Chris J left, and Chris J, oh goodness. Tag down low, Brokey finishes the job. 4 kills for the young boy on FaZe, and a 12th round locked in.
Just Olaf over there to his own devices, dropping some smokes utility outside. Meanwhile, you can imagine that this hit is going to take place on the inside. Pop flash from Chris J into lower. Does leave inner upper just all day open, and there you can see it, a round that should be mopped up with relative ease from the side of FaZe Clan. I say that, 2 Deagle kills come streaming through.
Oh my.
Okay.
You speak too soon, Trace.
I guess.
Oh,
Frozen.
Dear. It's all gone wrong again. And while Brokey was able to deliver a 1v4, can Rain step up now in this 1v3? This is 1 less than Brokey, so it should be easy, right? They tap on the bomb. Rain trying to deny it, and mousesports, they steal it away. Karrigan just sticks the defuse.
Even think mousesports would have a hope in that round, where now it's quite the contrary. 2 AKs and a couple of pistols for FaZe. They want to go fast into the yard. Nico's pushed in through this smoke. No one's realized he's got an Ivy player around him. Karrigan is going to be coming in on the wrap. Nico's got the frag, and he's doubled down as well. Dear, oh dear. No one is safe right now against these anti-ecos. Chris J does make things 3-on-3 and gets himself a rifle as well. Nico even finished by the pop dog of Frozen. He has been the saving grace on the CT side. Brokey and Cold against the world in this 2-on-2. I think it even took mousesports a second to realize it was a B play. Chris is looking for a kit on A, but I imagine with him not finding one across these bodies, there isn't one in play. Rops does get a quick kill, but Brokey gives away his position on the site. We know he's good in these clutches. He's already had one in the same position, forcing the fight, but Chris does get the kill. Great Molotov. Yeah, time. That is the problem, and I don't know if there even is enough for Chris. He's got to stick it quick. That Molotov makes his route a little bit longer as well, and he's realized this one is going to slip through his fingers. 13 rounds to FaZe.
It's never ideal, and for mousesports now, it's going to take something pretty huge here in this round if they want to stand a chance of making this comeback happen and continuing this back and forth game. Double nades into main, that was meant to soften these players up.
No.
Okay.
How?
Gets the gun too.
How? Who did Frozen even kill in main?
He wanted the other main player?
Yeah, in the back of main.
Through the smoke.
What is this? Mousesports, this wasn't meant to be a round they were meant to win.
Restore normality, please. I need an adult.
You're stuck down here, aren't you? And Karrigan is...
No, not again. Not again. No, that is despicable.
Karrigan gets it the second time around. FaZe are just going to hold on to these AKs and Galils into the next round.
Someone make sense of this.
And so they're waiting, hoping that these duels present themselves, and they just never will. You know, mousesports hunkering down in these bomb sites now, and that's going to force FaZe to have to make a move. There's 30 seconds left in this round. Something's got to give. And Nico Sneaking deep. Does best Karrigan there. Flicks down, but the trade is in from Frozen, and through the smoke, he puts down another. Oh, Olaf gonna get that kill onto Frozen. Woxic in the bomb site has dropped Brokey. It's so back, and it's so forth, and now Woxic another kill. Only Olaf left, and while he does get one, he's not able to spray transfer. mousesports a 9th round on the board.
They have considerably invested in half-buy. Karrigan waiting for this play from Nico. He did it himself a lot in the first half. So will Nico go through the smoke? Will he wait for the fade? He's pushed with a flash, and he's got a kill. Karrigan trades, spraying back through the smoke. FaZe are all out in the yard right now in a 4-on-4.
Rops gets caught coming out through the connector. It's now fallen to the rest of the gang to try and salvage this round, and Rain, hidden in a corner, shuts down Karrigan. Chris J creeping in through this smoke, gets shut down as well, and now it's only Woxic left in what should be an impossible 1v3. Yeah, I think, maybe you can make a case for Olaf being the least impactful, coming in and, like, taking up that lurk role in the kind of defensive plans of your opposition. Anyway, we'll get back to the game at hand. Karrigan holding for this push and is hiding in the smokes. Catches not just one, actually just catches one.
It's very sneaky, though. Yeah. He does back away slowly and quietly. Brokey just on the other side of the smoke, and he's definitely aware that something funky is up. Oh, we do miss the kill. That's completely okay. Karrigan actually ends up winning it.
As FaZe don't want to take fights, they're tucked into the site. They're waiting for Mouse to get close to them. Even considering the fact they haven't seen all 3 players, only know that 2 are here. Karrigan's gone, and there's the info for Cold. He now knows he can tuck in and just wait. The time is ticking. They have kits, but they haven't got the kills. Rain waiting with Cold. And oh dear, the trade is in. That might just be the round. That might just be map point here for FaZe. And Rain, he's gone down, but the time is good for FaZe Clan. And Woxic's going to have to run away. 15-9. Just one left for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, Karrigan looking like he wants to try to throw in some of this main aggression, and he does get one before being traded. Frozen keeps this in the favor of Mouse. Does deal with Rain, who's allowed to double up on the back of that kill despite being on 2 points of health. That is a bit of a question mark here for mousesports. Rops now the last man standing to try and deny this victory to FaZe Clan here in the second map. Up in heaven. Oh, Rain looked like he caught wind of him there. Rop's going to try and reposition, but with a player already back green and Rop's getting caught on the scenery, he's not made this easy for himself. Does just about get back here toward Old Bomb, but with Brokey now holding this long angle on the AWP, this should be undoable for Rops. And there's Brokey to solidify it. FaZe Clan, they're going to take mousesports' map pick, a matchup in which FaZe have never managed to beat Mouse. A very heavy emphasis over towards the B bomb site from FaZe Clan, with Olaf floating around in mid and 2 players entrenched deeply back at B. As these smokes come over, the rotation's now trying to come through from FaZe, but they will be lacking in how many bodies they've got on the site. That's not to matter, though, because Olaf and Nico have taken matters into their own hands, and it's only Rops left now for the mousesports squad. Brokey was able to provide back-to-back 4Ks for FaZe to find their pistols. Can Rops now do the same? Ooh, nice final bullet onto Cold Zeren.
Still for Nico, this is a rotation to B. This is a great call. Nico has spotted it though, Rops. Oh, he's going to get legged. He's getting tagged as he runs through the spawn. Nico dropping in to try and chase him down. Rops is ahead of the time, ahead of the game, but he's not going to be able to get it to B. You think Nico runs out of ammo and Rops has a chance in the one-on-one.
Oh, he has to plan. He's going to get it done, and now Olaf comes barreling in with 100 HP on the mark. Rops 13. Here comes the peek from the window and takes his time with it. Rops makes it easy.
So Mouse have to be careful. Getting out through middle, the smokes can come down towards CT, cut off FaZe on that rotation. Now, of course, Brokey can go through them, but Mouse need to dedicate players are watching for that smoke. They don't. Brokey, he's got a charge, he's got a shot. He does take down Karrigan, but trade is quick and concise. mousesports setting up to B, and Rain gets dinked, but in the same vein, he knocks out Frozen from this round. There's a man at the back of the car. Chris can't find the kill, and Cold Zero stalling on B, allowing time for Rain to come in on rotate. That's a big kill for Cold, and Rain's going to finish off the job. FaZe do find a force. I'm almost not surprised.
And I'm talking about Rain. This guy, he's jacked. And not only that, y'all know the rest of the story.
Yeah, something about restaurants, clothes, dudes.
Look at this round.
Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Mousesports try to work their way up long. They're going to flash out. Rain is going to be blinded. Nico is there to help. Ooh. It's going to be a rough take here for mousesports. They're going to try to run it up on long. Nico peeking with the op, almost getting doubles out of that one. It's going to be Rain that does it for him.
Woxic buying his time, but not much time left to buy. It might be discounted. Cold's going to take him out, and that's a free AK as well if he can get there in time. Just about.
Full commit is there. They're going to have some spawn drop go on. And that's going to create an interesting dilemma, interesting problem here for FaZe Clan to try to fix up at least.
Nico thinks he has the timing to get out, but little does he know. Chris J is in hot pursuit. He will be gone from the round as Olof gets rid of him. 4-on-3. As you can see, Carrigan falls in to try and force the fight. That's not successful. Rain gets the kill, and he knows that Frozen is holding this position because of the shadow. Woxic needs to hit this shot, and he does. There's another man there, though, and Frozen, he does get the kill below. He follows up with both, actually. Olof alone in a 1-on-2. It's not happening. mousesports, what a setup. And Olof might even push in off of the back of this clearly empty as well. It's not empty anymore. Frozen has been waiting in the corner the whole time. Nico dodges the flashbang, but he unscopes to the Molotov. He thinks he's not going to get repeat. That is not the case. Frozen finds two. A big couple of openers towards this A site. FaZe may even save. Look at Rain leaving the site. There's nothing for him here in middle.
Aggression coming out here towards the mid side of things. Rain just straight up deleting Kerrigan through a smoke. And you know, what can you really do about it? Because that's not going to stop just there. coldzera is going to have a say in this round as well. And meanwhile, where coldzera left off, it's Brokey. There's 2 players alive, make it just 1 in Woxic. He's got an AWP, nowhere to go with it, nothing to do. No time. And what is another round for the FaZe Clan? We're nearing the end of this half with those people.
It's a lot of frags.
Look at Carrigan go in this round. He's not waiting around for anyone. He's just picked up the pace. However, sometimes if you go a little too fast, you might just obliterate on the re-entry through these mid doors. Chris J does manage to get across and even tags coldzera through the doors. He's able to fall back into the B site, but that's the only silver lining right here for FaZe. Cold's got to do it all. He's getting pressured, but only by Carrigan. The rest of the mid split never arrives. It's gone back through the tunnels, and now Rop's coming in late. That's allowed for FaZe to start to get these players in CT in position. You can see the other FaZe guys have gone back just to double check long because they realize that this play's slowed right down. Frozen delivering 2 big kills. Woxic down through mid. This cannot be another 2-on-5. Surely not. Surely this doesn't happen again. We're down to just Olof and Nico now in the retake. Now Frozen has this bomb planted. Molly in the door, that's going to force the fight from Olof, and he almost chains it onto Woxic. Nico with the AWP versus Woxic. Flash goes in, and Nico gets the job done. It's 8 on the board for FaZe Clan.
And if you're mousesports, you're thinking you're lucky stars right now for at least players like Frozen who have shown up in huge ways in this best of 3.
I'd love to see, and like, you know, I've never actually, I'm trying to think if this has ever happened, but in a 2-on-2 when you have a position like this and FaZe playing 2A2B, I'd love to see mousesports like walk through CT and try and flank A, or just anyone for that matter. Not going to happen though. Flash is unfortunate for Frozen. He gets blinded out. Brokey's going to take him down, and Woxic alone does get that kill. A chance for a plant, but how much more with 7 points of health?
FaZe is still at B. They're like, no, he really isn't here. They're even looking at each other. They can't believe it. Rain and Olof, they are really not sold that he is not here. And he's not there. Woxic is over at the A bomb site. He's got that bomb on his back. He's going to start to tap in the numbers now. Even he's kind of a bit bewildered as to how this has gone so well, but it might get mopped up by FaZe. Olof coming into catwalk with Rain down in CT. A double-pronged approach. This nade on Olof could end the entire round, honestly. If that gets thrown in, the round just might be over. Woxic, yeah, dropped from the site, and a 9th round presents itself to FaZe.
Multinational teams, which is awesome. And, well, 2 of them on our screens right now. Miles FaZe, the pistol round is well and truly on. Woxic pushing the top of middle, pushing the perimeters for 2. Trade to back in for FaZe, though.
Carrigan sits inside of the A site right now, and he's got a kit on his back. So doesn't have armor. That's something to bear in mind as these Glocks and this P2 start to close the distance on him here. Carrigan's got to try and deliver a hell of a lot with not much, and there's one.
Boy.
Oh dear, only Brokey left, and Carrigan's just being a nuisance. Finally, he's able to put the kill on the board. The kit is now dropped over here, short side. They're going to boost up Rops, and he's given an avenue, but Brokey is so good in these pistol rounds. Now down to the 1v1, and Chris J on the other side. Brokey so low on HP, and he's trying to hide. He's trying to hide from Chris. He gets it done. It's another 1vx clutch from Brokey in the pistol round.
10-6 now. FaZe with the lead in this second half. Grenade is good on long. Nico's going to go through regardless. There's only one man here, and that's perfect for Nico. He knows that Karrigan's been throwing utility. Cold is actually going to get the kill as well, so not a worry. They've already used one of their mollies to clear car, so not going to be a player there for mousesports. Instead, they boost up in CT. Frozen is going to be on the site. Chris on the elevator. The jump does result in a tag going through. The grenade could be good, but at this point, you're looking for kills. Second nade, maybe the chance. Bang. He goes out of the round and further damage done. That makes these Deagles just the more adventurous here for mousesports.
They still haven't gotten there until now. They're just now crossing ramp.
Ooh.
Be running it straight into Wox's SMG.
Ooh, mousesports, how are they getting away with this? FaZe are taking their sweet time to cross to the site, and the low HP certainly doesn't help. Wox's going to finish a job. Rain traded on the car, and mousesports win the force.
Yeah, I know that Karrigan has held on to a flash over at long, and then has made sure to keep that in his back pocket along with Frozen. So that allows both of these players to try and set up the guys inside of the site that much more. Woxic getting that kill has now allowed the players to begin an early rotation in towards this A side of the map. So, this Molotov makes Brokey stuck over on short side, out on a bit of an island, and then gets dropped by Frozen. Nico gets that trade. Karrigan.
Oh, baby.
Now moving in from long. Nico doubling up, but are they ready for Chris J? Might not matter if they're ready. No amount of preparation can help you going toe-to-toe with Chris J. Everything about that play was so thought out from Chris J, right? You could tell he was going to do something remarkable. And now, well, this buy round is on the cards for FaZe.
Right now, things aren't looking good for FaZe, and they're going to desperately push B through the smoke. Rox finds one, doubles it. Molotov is burning him out, and Cold will eventually find the killing blow. Chris tapping down and finishing off the job. Nice stuff from Chris. He just looks so clean on this B site. Setting up for the mid to B, walking into this setup that has been so good on this B bomb site. Karrigan even going to try and force fight. It doesn't work out. Good damage, but Nico takes him down. And now FaZe, a man advantage. This is everything they needed. Will they finally find a round?
Oh, well, Rops is trying to have his say in the damage done through the doors, and Rops is somehow still alive, still kicking, and still a problem for FaZe. They finally deal with him, but now you got to get past Frozen, and they've been able to do that. Chris J in a 1v2 clutch to try and keep this one in mousesports' favor. Takes himself the AK. He's looked very good in the second half of play. Chris J now knows there's an enemy at car. He's trying to figure out where Brokey resides. FaZe have grouped up here in the B tunnels. This is looking like it's going to be a fake with Olof and Brokey to try and sell it. They've got 2 smokes between them. That's enough to get Olof into the bomb site. And so then, once everything goes quiet, I think they're kind of banking on Brokey being able to get this trade should Olof go down. This is a very awkward exchange, and now the B push comes in, where the bulk of this play was hoping to find success, but it has not. The bomb is dropped, and there is 30 seconds left. The fake never even has time to come through. And the bomb belongs to mousesports. They didn't over-rotate. They didn't fall prey to that players over at long.
Karrigan flashed out, but the spray is good. Olof walks right into it. Doesn't even get out of the smoke. Rops, we've seen him in this position before. We've seen aces in this position before, and Rops is full of them. 2 kills as he spots the AWP as well. Won't go back for the repeat. A flash to be set up to enable this kill, and he's hungry for it. He wants to close the series, but maybe a little too early. Brokey finds that frag and moves in off the back of the flash. His teammate there as well. Molly pushes him forward. Trade for Chris, and he looks to solidify this series with 1 single shot. Brokey, he hits the tag, but he needs a lot more.
Just to get over. He was hoping that was going to bait the shot from Woxic, and it never comes. So when he runs the gauntlet, that's a nice, easy lineup. mousesports take this series 2-1.